Hey, Annie Alexander back here with you again for the Life Purpose Project. And today we have a brand new topic. It's called, What Do You Really Care About? And not that I need to know all the answers, but it would be good for you to know the answers because it's our next installment of this project. And it comes right after we're talking about our identity and who we really are. Because once we have an I am, we next have I own. And whether those ownership items are material or ethereal or something else in between, internal, external, it doesn't really matter. They become part of who we are. They become our possession set. And it's really important because we get attached to our possessions. A lot of us do. Some of us have taken a vow of non-ownership, or maybe we're a little bit more objective about it. Others of us are very subjective about the things that we own. Therefore, they become important to us. Therefore, they're part of our value system. Therefore, it's very important for us to know what it is that we value. And that's what we're talking about today. And that's why the title of this installment is so important. Who or what do you really care about? Because that informs us about our priorities, about what's a deal breaker and what we're willing to let slide. These are really important questions, and I want to take a page from the playbook for you to think about for next time that we get together. And that will be, what do you really value? What is it that you own? Why is it important to you? Would it be important to you if you didn't own it anymore? Now, when I'm talking about intrinsic ownership, things like, hey, I've got my integrity. We've all said that at one time or another. Or something external like, oh, I left that book on the counter and somebody just walked by and decided it was exciting, so they took it. Those are very different scenarios. Some things are much more important than others, but that's because we value them. And what I value may be very different from what you value. So it's essential that we understand what we're willing to risk and what's not a risk for us in the way of recovering our possessions. All of this boils and funnels right down to the notion of safety and security. And we often think of safety as something that's food and shelter oriented, but our security, especially these days, is super important. And our security is just as important internally as it is externally. So because the world has gone through so much transition as of late, it's caused a lot of us to reshuffle our priorities. And our priorities, as always, are attached to and based upon our values. And that has a lot to do with who we believe ourselves to be and who we want to be. So let's take a page again from the playbook. And I want you to be thinking about this for next time. What do you value? What's important to you? What's important to you to own? What's not so important? And when those things are challenged in your life, how do you respond? Do you respond with anger? Do you respond with indifference? Where are you on that spectrum? How do you behave? And are you satisfied with your behaviors? All of this will reveal itself as we move into subsequent installments. So this is a skill set that's super important. It's a values elicitation, but it's super important for you to understand this. So I want you to be thinking about what you value. That determines to a very large extent how you get your needs met. And how you get your needs met rests very inherently upon your safety and security in the world, which in turn creates or doesn't create confidence. So that's where we're headed. That's where I'm going to leave you. And until next time, I look forward to thinking about this for myself, as well as maybe having you share some of your answers with me. Until then, love to all, my best.